What's up, guys? Invest Badger here. If achieving financial freedom is something you hope to achieve earlier in life, then hit that subscribe button and like the video if you find this video helpful. And in the comment section, leave a comment if you found that intro relatable, because I definitely found it relatable because I hopped into some altcoins right before the mini correction, so that wasn't very fun. But alright. Without further ado, let's dive into what caused the Bitcoin crash and whether this is an opportunity to buy the dip or not, and my price predictions for the crypto market going into the rest of 2021. All right. In the past 24 hours, the crypto market has been looking, a little healthier, with the overall market being up about 1.53%. However, in the past week, Bitcoin, Binance Coin, and a lot of other top 25, top 100 coins are down about 10 to 30%, which is quite the correction. Um, but I do not think this is a time to be panicking. Even though there's been pretty much no winners, as Bitcoin and Ethereum have pretty much brought down the entire market with it. I think this is still you know, not time to sell. It's time to, get into the market if you haven't already. And it's time to even, dollar cost average down if you want to buy more. This would be the time. But let's see. So during the steep plunge we saw on Saturday, Bitcoin's price dropped by more than over 10% over the past hour, from 58,000 to 52,000, during which 4.3 billion Bitcoin in Bitcoin long positions were liquidated. As the time of writing, Bitcoin's price has bounced back to around 55,000, which is, right now it's about 56K. Um, but during on Saturday, over 9.2 billion in crypto, basically 10 billion in crypto long positions have been liquidated on Friday, which is quite insane. Let's do a little chart analysis here. All right, so guys, since the Bitcoin bull run, Bitcoin has been trading in a trend line, since basically the beginning of November, December-ish, when it started its bull run. Um, and it's pretty much traded in a trend line since then. So if you notice, the first dip um was from about 41K to 30K, which is about a 25% dip. Then it went from 57K to about 44K, and then 61K to 50K, 51K, and then 64K ish to 55K ish. So, as you guys can see, we're still making higher highs and higher lows every time. So it's still, Bitcoin is still looking very bullish overall still. I just want to go over here, that the dips are getting smaller each time. This is a very bullish indicator, and you can essentially interpret this as the dips being bought up quicker. So going over the ranges here, of course the ranges shown right here are a little slightly higher than what it is shown on this trading view chart I have pulled up. But for the sake of consistency, I'm just going to go with what's shown on this chart. For example, recently Bitcoin dipped to about 51K, 52K, but TradingView shows 55,000 on this chart. So I'm just going to show this end, for the sake of consistency at least. So first Bitcoin dip was 40,000 to 30,000, which was about a 25% dip. Second dip, 57,000 ish to 45,000, which is about 21% dip. Third Bitcoin dip, 61K to 51K, about a 16% dip. Fourth Bitcoin dip, approximately 64K to 55K, about a 14% dip. Again, guys, the ranges are a little higher than what I have listed here, but for the sake of consistency, I'm just going off what the 1 day chart for Bitcoin on TradingView via Coinbase is showing me. So, consolidation is great for a bull run. Without these pullbacks are completely natural, by the way. Without the pullbacks, you'd be marching to the top of the mountain right before blindly stepping off. So that wouldn't be fun. But all right, guys. So let's take a look at a few reasons why Bitcoin had such a big dump. So there were four kind of big news um pretty much released at the same time, which I find a little suspicious. Um and if you guys know, back in 2017, 2018, these similar types of news were released back then. And I think it was China or India banning Bitcoin or announcing they would ban it, but they never actually did. And that's what caused a lot of volatility on the downside. But Bitcoin still went to an all-time high after that news was released. So I wouldn't panic here, guys. But let's go over some news. So the U.S. Treasury um, plans to charge several financial institutions for money laundering using cryptocurrencies. All right, that's one. Number two, the Bitcoin hash rate is down 40% today, which was Saturday, as a result of the Xinjiang blackout. One province in China represents a significant share of the Bitcoin network. So, what is the Bitcoin hash rate? Bitcoin hash rate is a parameter that characterizes the speed of solving mathematical problems by devices that are involved in the production of new blocks and networks, running on the proof of work algorithm. In other words, it is a measure of the performance of the equipment that is used for mining. When it comes to the Bitcoin hash rate, we mean the total computing power of all mining devices connected to the Bitcoin network. So I interpret this as pretty much, how much Bitcoin is essentially being mined or produced. And we saw that, you know, because the Xinjiang blackout um, led to a 40% hash rate drop, we can pretty much assume that China is making, owning or and even producing a majority, 50, 60, 70% even of the Bitcoin market, which is quite scary. Um, Anyways, going on to the next news, India is sorry guys, that was some car in my neighborhood. So India is about to ban cryptocurrencies, finding anyone trading in the country or even holding such assets. The bill, one of the world's strictest policies against cryptocurrencies, would criminalize any direct involvement with crypto. So I'm pretty sure, guys, we saw this same news released around 2017, 2018 during the Bitcoin bull run, but it was fake news. Like India didn't go follow through with the ban. Um, let's see here. So actually, this same news was actually released back in March 14th, 2021. So essentially, this news, which this tweet was released on Saturday, um, was essentially just restating what India proposed back in March. So you can just see that this dip on Saturday caused, and then the launch of all these four different news articles headlines just seemed a little suspicious to me. Seemed like almost was planned, but let me know what you guys think in the description. Uh, so fourth news I found was Bitcoin tumbles after Turkey bans crypto payments, citing risk. So guys, like all these four headlines, it's crazy, right? Despite all these four headlines, Bitcoin only dipped to about basically 55K. It stabilized around 55K, which is about a 40% dip, which is smaller than the past three dips, pretty much. So Bitcoin's still looking pretty bullish to me, guys. I wouldn't panic. Let's see here. What do I have here? All right. So I just want to go over kind of, the difference between the cryptocurrency market in 2017, 2018 versus 2020, 2021. So 2017's bull run was led by retail investors, everyday folks trying to get into Bitcoin and make money. Smart investors mainly thought it was a scam, with the exception of notable diehards like my brother Shamath Palihapitiya and the Winklevoss twins. So there's a little meme here. Jamie Dimon or Demon slams Bitcoin as a fraud back in 2017, which was right before the Bitcoin bull run. And now Jamie Dimon, who is the basically chairman and chief executive officer, CEO of JP Morgan. Now JP Morgan thinks Bitcoin could surge to 146K in the long term. So I'm not sure why they came up with 146K. You might as well say 150K as a psychological price term target. But yeah, you guys can see the difference now. How it started. JP Morgan, Jamie, CEO, claiming it as a fraud. Now, how's it going? JP Morgan claiming Bitcoin will about 2.5x from here. Yeah, we're still early, guys. You want guys trying to get in now? Now's the time after this little 10% correction we've had the past few days. All right, guys. So, conclusion here. So, the narrative shift from trading to accumulating, combined with the increasing presence of institutional investors, are making this bull cycle far different from any previous ones in Bitcoin history. Bitcoin is no longer a speculative collectible that people gamble on in hopes of making a quick buck. Instead, it's becoming a true store of value alternative to gold that institutions, corporations, and consumers are accumulating to protect and grow their wealth over time. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and if you guys found this video helpful, drop the video a like and leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions or feedback for me. As for my price target for Bitcoin moving forward, I think we'll hold this trend line. It's very likely. And I think we'll make a push to 70K in sometime this summer. I think 70K is definitely doable. And yeah, it's possible we might drop down to the 40s, maybe the high 40s, 40Ks, but I think we'll still recover and make a pushback. I think 100K Bitcoin is quite inevitable at this point. It's the same thing as kind of like Dogecoin, right? Like $1, everyone's expecting Dogecoin to hit $1, and people are not gonna sell until then. And I think it's the same thing for Bitcoin. People want to see a 100K Bitcoin this year. It is inevitable. Not financial advice, by the way. Don't come after me, SEC, please. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video, and